kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
All right.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And he stopped immediately there. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hooker from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll tuck this and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Noel. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 2nd and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Now he's going to step up and run. To the right side and caught by Dell. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he's on to punt for Houston. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here's Jones. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 122 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Dragon 60.
Hooker. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Hooker's going to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And is caught at the 10-yard line. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Get your money, y'all.
Ready, break! Ready!
Here's Hooker. Screenplay. Here's ETN. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 2nd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
Here we go, here we go.
ETN up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 167 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's go now.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And Stroud now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, 51 yards. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Texans 21. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Ready? Nothing. 60 by 6. Go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hooker. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DK Metcalf. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, left side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Texans. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back in the extra point attempt. Unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
That one complete down the field to Smith. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Rip, 23. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Now he's going to step. Lawrence hit him. The ball is free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Here we go.
Marks now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. Let's hit.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Stroud. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete to Dell.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Why, Tony? 18. What's up?
Stroud to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, South. 18. What's up? Look at hot. Buggy.
Stroud will look to throw once more. That's complete. It's Collins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. In motion right, that's Collins. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Completing the one. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Texans 35.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Boy, 184 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Throwing, Hooker. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just deals with every bit of momentum you just generated with that play. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At the 25-yard line.
19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Hooker. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
On the quick, right?
Play action. Stroud now. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Second and 3.
Oh, 19 Texans. 18. Why Tony?
Stroud looking to throw. They'll swing this out to Marks. On the move past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
And the Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 9.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 16, Hooker. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Hendon Hooker, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
65, come on.
Line up for the
19, 18. Let's go.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. score. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Hooker now off play action. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Working out the shotgun, Hooker. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Stroud, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Ready, check.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can... He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Wait. 19 seconds.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
His throw incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Checks this down to Marks out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is up to 14.
Next, the score, Texans 63, Jaguars 49. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a large stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Jaguars. First down.
Here's Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. De'Ami Brown, 53 yards. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Jaguars 57.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, right. 18.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll find Marks out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
18. What's that?
And Stroud now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles. NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Easy. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Now Lawrence.
The 11-yard line.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Great job. Hey. Take right open. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave a pretty good pop too and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, lie.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here now, 3rd down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. And that's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Hey, run.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Look the hot, look the hot.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Swap, another swap.
Stroud going to give to Marks. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
This is 1st and 10.
13, Luke. Hey, Silver.
Lawrence. This is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just